For nearly 4 decades, she existed without a last name. No birth certificate anyone could find, no missing person report that fit. No photograph taped to a bulletin board with the word "lost" written across the top. Just bones tucked into a crawl space beneath a Nashville home in 1987. Investigators gave her a placeholder, a name that wasn't hers but had to be something. They called her Sheila. The house was quiet when the workers found her. A routine repair, a crawl space barely tall enough to kneel in. And then, the unmistakable shape of human remains, not one skeleton, but 2. One adult woman, one child, no obvious grave, no marker, no explanation for how long they had been there. The crawl space wasn't hidden by accident. Someone had placed them there and expected them never to be found. In 1987, Nashville police did what they could, but the trail ended almost immediately. No fingerprints, no dental records matched. No one reported missing who aligned with the woman's estimated age or the child's remains. The child was eventually identified through records tied to the home. The woman was not. So she stayed Sheila, a name chosen not because it was right, but because anonymity was worse. Over the years, the case drifted into obscurity. Detectives retired. Evidence aged. Paper files yellowed. But Sheila of Nashville never disappeared entirely. She became a quiet fixture in true crime forums, a case whispered about by local journalists, a reminder of how easily someone could vanish before the digital age. No social media, no searchable databases. By the early 2000s, DNA testing had advanced, but not enough. The remains were degraded, the samples limited, the funding inconsistent. Sheila waited again. She waited through decades of internet growth, through the rise of online sleuths. And then, in 2025, the case cracked open from a direction no investigator could have predicted. Not from a lab, from a daughter. She didn't know where to start. All she had were fragments. A mother who disappeared, a childhood cut short. Questions that never found answers. Like so many others in the modern age, she turned to the internet. And then she saw it. A case from Nashville. A woman found in a crawl space, known only as Sheila. The dates didn't scream certainty, but they whispered possibility. So she reached out. Law enforcement took the tip seriously, but cautiously. They had heard hopeful theories before. Still, advances in forensic genealogy had rewritten what was possible. DNA from the remains, once too degraded to help, was retested using modern techniques. Genetic profiles were uploaded to public genealogy databases. Family trees were built backward from distant relatives. What emerged was not speculation, it was confirmation. In 2025, nearly 40 years after her remains were found, investigators officially identified Sheila. The truth once revealed was quieter than many expected and more devastating. Sheila had not been transient. She had not vanished willingly. She had not chosen obscurity. She had been failed by circumstance, by violence, and by time. Details surrounding her death were clarified through renewed investigation, but some answers remain locked away with the person responsible. What mattered most was this: she was not forgotten. When the news broke in 2025, it spread fast, not because of spectacle, but because of recognition. This was every family's fear in the pre-digital age. Someone disappears, and the world keeps moving. It resonated with older viewers who remember life before cell phones, with younger viewers raised on DNA kits and ancestry websites, with anyone who has ever Googled a loved one late at night, hoping for something, anything, to surface. This wasn't just a cold case solved. It was proof that the internet, often blamed for noise, can also be an archive of truth. Today, the house still stands. The crawl space is sealed, the dust settled again, but the silence is different now. Because names matter, because being identified, even decades later, is a form of justice. Sheila no longer exists. A woman does. A mother does. A daughter finally knows where her story ended and why it vanished in the first place. Cases like this don't end with arrests or courtroom drama. They end with recognition. With a headstone instead of a case number, with a family tree repaired at the broken branch, with a woman who waited nearly 40 years to be called by her real name again. Sheila of Nashville was never just bones in a crawl space, she was someone's entire world. And in 2025, the world finally remembered her.